Summary of the story of Shirin and Farhad. In the middle of the love story of Khosrow and Shirin, it is mentioned that Shirin, the Armenian prince, often craved to drink milk, and the flock of sheep was far from the palace where Shirin lived. Servants had to travel a long way to fetch milk, and Shirin did not like to trouble them. Also, due to the long route, fresh milk would get old on the long route. When Shapur found out about this, he introduced Farhad to him and said that he is a master of masonry and has great skill in this work. He can make a stone from the mountain where the sheep are kept to the palace of Shirin Joy, so that the milk that is milked flows through it and reaches the palace of Shirin Joy directly. Shapur found Farhad and started digging the mountain by Shirin's order. One sweet day, he decided to go to the mountain to watch Farhad's work. When he saw Farhad's work, he admired him and gave Farhad Kokan some precious gems that he had in his necklace and said, "Take these gems for now, and I will give you all the money later." Farhad took the jewelry and thanked him and gave it to Pai Shirin. From then on, sweet love made a home in Farhad's heart. From there, he went to the plain and moaned of sweet love, while she did nothing and did not dare to express her love to the prince. He suffered so much in the sweet sorrow of distance that he withdrew from people and stayed alone in the mountains. This story was so hot and fiery that all people became aware of this love, including Khosrow, who was in love with Shirin, and Shirin also loved him. After hearing this news, Khosrow was upset and called several of his relatives and consulted them about Farhad's work and said, "I cannot leave Farhad like this, and if I kill him, I have destroyed his innocence. Tell me what to do, because I can't stand anyone who likes sweets." The elders said to Khosrow, "Kings, it is better to make him greedy and give him a lot of money and property so that he will give up sweet love. It is better if he accepts. Otherwise, you will have to force him. Digging a mountain, or from a sweet thought. He will come out or his life will be wasted in this work and he will not get what he wants." According to Khosrow's order, they spared Farhad and brought him from the mountain to the palace, and Khosrow gave him precious gifts. When Farhad arrived at the palace, Khosrow sat down to debate with him. Whatever Khosrow wanted from Farhad, he gave firm answers to Khosrow with his love for Shirin, and relying on Shirin's love in his heart, he did not give himself any fear. Khosrow suggested Farhad to erase sweet love from his heart, but Farhad refused and refused to forget Shirin, even when they gave him money and gold. For this reason, Khosrow ordered him to build a road in the middle of the mountain so that he and his people could reach the mountain more easily. Farhad accepted and told Khosrow that, "I will do this so that you, O king, will be satisfied with me, and your heart will be filled with sweet love." Khosrow got angry and wanted to take Farhad's head, but because he had already protected him, he did not say anything and sent Farhad to the mountain. By order of Khosrow, Farhad went to Mount Biston, which was made of hard rocks. But for sweet love, you buy hard work. Farhad artistically carved the shape of Shirin's face on the rock of the mountain, and then carved the shape of Khosrow Parviz and his horse Shabdiz on the mountain. While digging the mountain, Farhad always thought sweetly of his lover, and with this thought, the blood surged in his heart. Sometimes he cried, and sometimes he looked at the beautiful palace from a distance and said to himself, "O unfaithful lover, now that I am building this strong and hard mountain for your love, you are resting next to your dear Khosrow, and remember that you are just like me. You are not a stranger, and happily participate in celebrations and parties while I sacrifice my life to you and lock myself among these stones and rocks." Rosie Shirin, who was joking with those around her, told them, "Now that Farhad is climbing the mountain for my love, it is good to go and watch his work closely." He got on a horse and went to Biston Mountain with gifts. Farhad, who couldn't believe that Shirin had come to the mountain, was very happy to see her and rushed towards Shirin without saying a word. Shirin asked how she was, and Farhad, who was overwhelmed by her love, answered her with love and affection, and then said to her, "I love you, but you don't care about me. Please stay for a while so I can look to you. If you fall in love with me, the king can no longer claim that you are in love with him." When Shirin wanted to go back, his horse fell and could not get up. Farhad lifted the horse from the ground while Shirin was riding it and took its neck and went down the mountain. He informs Khosrow that Shirin came to see Farhad, and such things happened. And from that moment, Farhad was very happy and worked with motivation that he will soon finish the digging of Mount Biston. Khosrow consulted the elders and asked them for a solution. Send someone to the mountain to tell Farhad the news of Shirin's death. They taught a bad person. He went to the mountain and lied about Shirin's death to Farhad. Farhad was sad and died immediately. Farhad's axe, which he was working with, fell on the wet ground and turned into a pomegranate bush, the fruit of which is a medicine for many pains. Shirin was saddened to hear the news of Farhad's death. Then Khosrow sarcastically sent a letter to Shirin and expressed his condolences on Farhad's death. When he saw the sweet letter of his lover Khosrow, he was very happy and kissed the letter. But when he opened the letter and read his biting taunts in the letter, he was upset. But since the girl was alert, she didn't say anything and didn't send an answer. Until now, the story of Shirin and Khosrow was related to the presence of Farhad, and from now on, the story of Shirin and Khosrow's love will continue. Stay with us in the next video of this story. Thank you for spending this time with me. Continue to shine and grow, and always know that you are and always will be the main character in your own life story. See you in the next video.